Hey, I'm Marcus down here at Sutton RV, and it's our live show. We're wrapping it up today. We're at the end of our day. It's been a great day, actually. And Darren kind of caught me on the way through, and he wanted to show us a unit he was pretty excited about. And I got to tell you, it looks gorgeous. So, Darren, go for it. How you doing?
Good, good.
Awesome.
Go Ducks, and here we go.
Go Ducks.
We got a 24J Winnebago View, the Mercedes-Benz chassis. It is a diesel-powered RV that'll get you about 15 to 17 miles per gallon. Not a better driving RV than this right here. A lot of people do use the Sprinter chassis, but with the way Winnebago designs theirs and engineers their units with the balanced weight, just not a nicer rig out there to drive on this chassis.
Well, that's good to know, and we're glad to have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy to work on. I mean, as far as fluid levels, obviously, you know, pulling the motor out of these things is one thing, but you got your air filter, you got all your fluid levels just right here, nice and open, easy to get to, making it very, very easy to check your stuff before you go out on the road.
Which is quite important. Good deal.
Come around here, you have the door that opens here, and as you can see, the chairs swivel. Makes it nice. It makes that part of the living room. In the past, it's always been that the Class C negative is that the cab area, once you parked, wasn't able to be utilized.
I like how that swivels around to the floor level also.
Yeah, it isn't. A lot of motorhomes don't swivel around this easy. You have to move them forward. You have to put the back seat up and move it around. That swiveled right around. Little simple things here that, I mean, you got to have them. So you got your privacy curtains, and those go around the front, all the way around, and here too. And so at night when it's time to put on the jammies and get ready for bed, you have your privacy that you need.
Actually, that's really cool. It follows the slope of the window too.
Yeah.
Very cool. Looks in great condition.
Here, of course, we got the electric awning, which is always very nice. Adjustable arms to maneuver the water out of the way of the walkway, so you come through. If you want it to come off the back so you don't have a big puddle here, you can adjust the arm once it's out.
Excellent.
Open the door. I'm just going to do this because this is an outside chassis thing. Right here, easy to get to, your batteries.
Oh, that's great.
Okay, these are maintenance-free batteries because the previous customer put in a 450-watt solar panel system that's up on the roof. And in doing so, they did it the right way, and they got AGM glass mat 6-volt batteries.
Oh man, he did it right.
Absolutely, he did. Just keep you off grid until as long as you had a place to put your dirty water.
Wow. No cutting corners. Not a bad customer to have. Not a bad trade-in. Actually, a great trade-in.
No, very excited to have this trade-in, and there's a lot to talk about the Winnebago View. The Winnebago is always going to have a place for everything, and everything has its place. So here's your prop rod. Oops, right there. It's not quite right though. No, right there. Actually, we're live, aren't we?
That's all right.
That's all right.
Prop rod. We're still trying to figure out where it props to.
It goes here. I just have it put in there backwards. Nice thing too, product availability. If you're ever to damage this part, that sticker is unique to this RV. Its serial number, its DNA. My dad had a 14-year-old Itasca, which is Winnebago. Neighbor ran into it. Winnebago made us a new door for a 14-year-old coach. Nobody in the industry can do that.
I love how they label that, so it's ready to go.
Nobody. Of course, your furnace here. This is equipped with Alcoa aluminum wheels. Don't ever have to worry about the wheel simulators falling off and trying to find a new one to replace it. Aluminum wheels there. Water heater, of course, gas electric. Little thing here, you know, all the other ones you've seen before, they'll fall off if they don't put this on. Yep. This isn't from the water heater company, that's from Winnebago. Back here, you have your generator. It is a 3600 LP generator, Awning, of course, the finest in the business. Give you that power when you don't have the power tree to plug into.
Again, a quiet one too, very quiet running.
And here is storage. Winnebago makes it way easy to winterize your unit. with your bypass valve here, and if you choose to put antifreeze into your system such as this guy, then you have a place. Easy way to do it, you just shut the valve, turn your pump on, and it pumps it through the system. Of course, there's a light up in the front there, and no more waiting forever to dump your water. Right there, doesn't take very long at all.
Wow.
Easy to get to.
And at waist level, which is so much better.
Hey, there's that sticker again.
There's a sticker.
Excuse me.
No, I can tell you, it's difficult to find parts, but if they're marked like that, it's simple.
Yeah, they have the ability to reproduce anything that they've made. Here is a $2,000 rack this gentleman put on here that hauled his paddle boards, he kayaked, bikes will fit in there, and all the tie downs and all the cables and all the other accessories are inside for it. Pretty nice setup here.
That's very cool.
Easy way to get to your toys to camping with you. It's always nice to have a ladder on the roof just in case you want to get up there and look around and see if that branch that fell on your rig the night before is still up there. Here is your power cord hook up here. Nice and easier hole than most of the other ones. Not so hard to push back. Plus, it's a high quality, more supple, more flexible.
Oh, that's
like
good.
Kind of an analogy as a garden hose, right?
Okay.
If it's the nicer, newer ones, it's a lot easier to put away than the old ones. Gravity fill there. They give you an opportunity to fill your tank there as well as over here through the city water.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Backup camera. Up there is a color camera, of course, for backing up and seeing how close that guy is on your tail going down the interstate.
Or just where to back into, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Mama doesn't have to get out in the rain. You can look at the camera. Once again, you're going to have a latch and a way to put it up. Winnebago's been the leader in this business for a long time of getting accessible, getting cords in without having to leave your door open. So in here, I don't know if you can see it, there's a put your cord through here. You got your freshwater, city water fill, your tank valve pulls are in here and all enclosed. None of it's out exposed to the open air. It's all underneath. You forget to turn your pump on and you want to rinse out your sewer hose, they give you a button here to turn on your water pump. Also, inside here, there's your outside shower, and there's a valve in here, so if you want to fill your tank from your city water, say you're going somewhere else so you might not be able to get water the next place, you just fill up your tank, unhook the hose instead of unhooking it and having to go to the other part and filling up your fresh water tank.
That's very cool. Very thoughtful.
It is. It's just user-friendly. Winnebago is very user-friendly. They came out with these very first people. You know how sometimes in the black tank, you know it's dumped, you rinse it out, and it still says it's full. That's because the other people's probes are on the inside of the tank. This picks up the ground from the outside to light up the light. No more misreading holding tank levels to making you think that it's full when it's not.
Gosh, that should be just standard. That's awesome.
Somebody right here wanting to buy it, I think. But they're going to have to wait. Once again, Winnebago. One thing I want to tell you here is this is Winnebago's kind of like their powder coating thing. They call it electro deposition coating. They don't actually spray that stuff on. That stuff is dipped in. So if it's a tube, whether it's a flat panel, it is fully enveloped. So inside of that tube even has, it's electrically charged, and they have 22,000 gallon vats that they dump these parts in. It's their better way of powder coating.
Oh, it's a better way, period.
Yeah. And what, you know, the other people, most of them, they just spray like maybe a rubberized undercoating over their stuff, or just spray paint. And in the tubes, it's not going to get on inside the tube. So this is fully rust-proof way to do it.
It's really smart.
Winnebago here, they know. See, water can get through here. See. And so water's going to get in here. If it doesn't have a plastic thing here to have it run off, most people just have a piece of wood in there that they paint it black and they call it good. And well, eventually that wood is going to get rotted and it's going to cause problems.
Hence the open vents.
Yep.
That they all have.
Absolutely.
Interesting.
Winnebago also is concerned about you and your family's safety. Mounted in steel brackets. Every one of their refrigerators, microwaves, and TVs is mounted into steel.
Wow.
That way, you know, most of the time the collision isn't what hurts people in these wrecks. It's the flying appliances from the cheaper made units that cause the problems and cause the damage. Not going to happen in Winnebago. Solid
Excellent.
steel.
That's very smart.
Under here is stuff that a storage compartment that obviously, you know, you just get a routine to where you get the stuff out of there before you put your slide out. All right, maybe you get your hoses out or whatever you're going to use, and then you bring your slide out after you're set up.
But surprisingly accessible with the slide, to be
yeah.
honest. I've seen ones that are really difficult.
Absolutely.
So that's easy to get out.
Yeah, you don't need a creeper and 15 minutes to crawl underneath there. Another great big storage compartment, as well as service tools in case you have slide out issues. Easy to get to. You know, you have a problem, you can call Winnebago service, and they can ask you what lights are lit up on that, and a lot of times they can get you back on the road.
Very, very cool. Hey, could we see the inside of this thing?
Absolutely.
This bad baby?
As we walk around here, I want to show you one more thing. The slide top, all Winnebagos come with toppers over the slides on their motorized units, and you don't need to lock your fuel because it goes right there. And when you shut your door,
you know what?
Look at that.
Darren, I think that should be a standard on all vehicles these days.
It sure makes sense. I'll tell you, it took us about 3 days to find it when the first one came in. It really did. We didn't know where to put the fuel in. Outside speakers is another nice option. Come on in.
This thing is gorgeous. All right.
We're going to start in the cab area, which we saw that a little bit earlier, but just want to show you how everything's here, easy to read. This had an aftermarket HWH 4-point automatic leveling system where you turn the key on, or you you pull into your spot, leave the motor running, pull on your e-brake, and you hit a button. And that's it.
That's pretty awesome. And the trim is gorgeous. It actually looks like a beautiful cockpit. Seriously.
Absolutely. Very nice.
And wide open, so nobody's going to bump their head anywhere, anything like that.
A lot of places for stuff, glasses, cell phone. They got map holders on each door, a nice locked glove box. Just making it really, really user-friendly for sure.
And I'm noticing too that track, so that cover goes across the whole front window.
Yep, the one that I showed you. Yep, sorry, the one that I showed you over there is the same way all the way through, and it's not cumbersome and time-consuming to put it away.
Right.
Okay. More places for sunglasses and stuff that you need, and of course you got a visor that comes down to keep the sun out of your eyes going down the road. Winnebago, like I said, a place for everything, and everything has its place. There was little holders in that back compartment back there that this is where their ladder goes. That way you know if it's missing, and you'll know where it's at. They did this nice little thing up here, so when it's not being used for sleep or nighttime, you can fold it back over here so you can get into the cab easily. And
very smart.
While I'm here, I'll show you that this, in fact, go in the back. Also swivels around. It helps with the e-brakes down. There we go. And swivels around to be part.
Look how simple that is. You know, one of the things most people talk about, especially with motorized, is how difficult it is to move those seats around and at what height they are. And this one has it all fixed.
Yeah, your feet aren't dangling.
Right.
You're nice and comfortable.
Right.
And with your company. The ladder, of course, once you decide it's bedtime, you flop this over right there. This comes up here. And you have your entrance to slumber time up here, all right?
Well designed. Very
nice.
well. Yeah, very well designed.
Winnebago is a company that wants to be responsible for everything as they can in part of their construction. So plastic, aluminum, they make all their own. Like this piece here, they don't outsource this. They have a machine that they set up and they make a mold and they can do it. That's how they can provide you this 3 years down the road if for some reason it got cracked or broken. Very nice. One thing I didn't talk about on the outside, one piece fiberglass roof.
Oh,
it's been
that's so important.
Mainstay from Winnebago for about 15 to 20 years now.
So important.
It really is.
Nice looking kitchen, by the way.
Nice looking kitchen with kind of a coffee color, light coffee, cabinet color, European design with the curve here. You have the ability to hook into a satellite receiver or park cable here. All your hookups go here for your TV that's above the door. Very nice. This here also has the 60/40 sinks here with the high-rise thing, as you can tell. Water purifier, which is very nice. Only going through this, so you don't go through filters all the time. No really reason to filter your shower water, so they do that there.
Cool.
Just a lot of storage.
Huge cabinetry.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like that little drawer.
Steel ball bearing drawer guides, and a lot of them. You know, they're not going to give up any space, because we all know there's a place for something like that.
Oh my
longer
gosh,
spoons,
yeah.
serving spoons and stuff.
And nice and deep too.
Yes. And I want to show you something here. Once again, there's that sticker. If that part ever needs to be replaced, you call them up with that part number and you're good to go.
Folks, that should be a standard in this industry. It really should. It's so hard to find parts.
It really is. They retool most companies after a couple years, and if you don't have a need for that door in a couple years, you're not ever going to get it.
Right.
So here's a nice little sleek cook top.
Nice.
Flush mount, so you can use it as counter space if you're not cooking. It's got spark piezo there, so no more getting out the sparker and lighter. Convection microwave, because of the lack of oven, to give you more drawers.
Nice.
If you can come over and around here and look at this, Winnebago prides itself in having everything in one spot. That's why they call it the one place. Everything you need to know about your tank levels, voltage, everything is right here in one system. Okay? And here, as you see, the regulator that's taking care of those 3 bad boy solar panels up there, that also helps monitor your chassis battery as well as your house battery, which is a feature very few have. And right there it's showing you it's full, and this thing's been sitting over here not plugged in for a couple days. So if you want to go off grid with the solar panels, the generator, everything, this is the rig.
Which I totally suggest doing the solar, and the fact that this guy outfitted it so well is indicative to someone who really knows about camping and about traveling.
Yeah, and just look how nice it is. He took very good care of this.
Yeah.
You have a master slide out switch, so if you have a problem, you can lock it out. If you have young kids in here, they also put it up high, so that shouldn't be a problem. You don't have to go out and open your LP valve. You have it right there. You have a holding tank heater if you decide you want to do some cold weather, get up in the mountains in the fall or winter. Another thing to keep you going.
Very cool. Start
your generator here. You turn on your water pump here. You check your tank levels here. Control the water heater and everything. And here's another 1,000-watt Xantrex inverter. A lot of times they put a little smaller inverter. That inverter runs your microwave, so you don't have to turn on the generator at night and upset your neighbors to pop a bag of popcorn or heat up something to eat. So
very cool, very well thought out.
Very nice. Dinette here makes into a bed. This just folds down. It has a bracket, slides right down nice and easy. Winnebago also makes all their own furniture, and this is their patented benchmark dinette system, it's called. So you don't have to move the cushions out and pull the piece of plywood out. It's just really nice and easy to get to.
Very cool.
Nice.
This is sleek.
Very sleek and nice looking.
Yeah.
Refrigerator, just a nice old 8 cubic foot Dometic gas electric refrigerator. Nothing special about it except for it's the best refrigerator in the market.
Okay.
Wardrobe here. Bedroom with lots of windows and the ability to open the window in a way that you won't get wet if it's raining. And they are more expensive. And that's why a lot of the other people don't do it.
Yeah.
You get airflow that way. If they're open the other way, you're going to get rain in.
What's nice too is you can lay in bed and they're at a nice height, so you can actually look out them.
Yeah, right.
Very cool.
Yeah, you can see the lake or the sun going down.
It's a nice little bedroom.
Sun coming up. Yep.
I like it.
Privacy curtain. Comes across nice and easy. Also, they had mounted a second TV in here, which didn't come standard from the manufacturer. It was something that the previous customer put in.
Very cool.
Here, coming into the bathroom, you have the Winnebago, another exclusive. The shower door doesn't come out and drip and drain, and obviously it would be hard to do in here up against that toilet. that you have that I didn't do right. You hold and release that. There's your shower curtain. No more water on the outside. It kind of swipes itself off on the way in. And the nice porcelain toilet in the bathroom.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and a water pump switch here in case the water pump isn't on and you're in the bathroom. You don't have to bug anybody or do the walk and ask somebody to turn it on.
The walk of shame.
The walk of shame.
Yep.
Heat in the bathroom too.
That's so important.
You know, it's just the
warm
difference.
Toilet.
Just the difference that you're not going to freeze when you're in the bathroom.
That's a big plus.
Brands you will. Your sink outside of here so 2 people can get ready at the same time. Nice medicine cabinet, part numbered sticker. So whether you want to do tons of miles on the interstate at that 15 miles a gallon and be able to pull off anywhere you want and have power with the generator, your inverter, or if you want to get up at the base of the closest you can to the South Sister, you can do that in this Winnebago.
And you know what, Darren, thank you for sharing it with us. And I'm glad you stopped us and wanted to share this. It's a great trade-in. I mean, it's a tremendous trade-in. If you want to come down here, you want to look at this, if you want somebody who knows everything about it, obviously ask for Darren, because he does. And he has a lot of passion for this one, too. There's nothing better than buy from a salesman who has passion for the product they're selling.
Yeah, this rig is set up the way I would set it up, in the way that I would RV. I'm a little jealous of the person that's going to drive away in this.
All right, folks. Well, thank you so much for joining us this Friday. And Darren, thanks you so much for showing us this unit and being part of our show this Friday. And I hope you guys all have a great Father's Day.
Go Ducks. Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day.